one of the things that this behemoth of the music industry, this thing that refuses to change, this 800-pound gorilla that cannot be moved, it seems. One thing that it does provide that the internet and the digital revolution is not providing is centers of information and structures like an editorial structure. Before, let's say, 1993, there were lots of magazines, national, regional, local, that were sort of the centers of where, if you wanted to get musical information, that's where you had to go. Either pick up the freebie at the club or get a subscription or buy, some import stuff in a bookstore. You don't really have that with the internet. There are a few sites, like Pitchfork and whatnot, that could be that. But I think his point about there being sort of no editorial is that if I had the board, I would do the visual I like to do in class, which is you have 50 bazillion critics out there and the same amount of musicians, and none of them are necessarily talking to each other, and there are no spots, locations where you go to get a lot of that information. Again, something like Pitchfork could be that, I think. Unfortunately, I think Pitchfork just has taken kind of the newspaper, magazine approach to editorial, fill the holes, short and sweet reviews. To me, that's been the thing that excited me the most when I was working in a magazine, we were starting our website, is that this is going to give people space to just do the 700 to 2,000 word review of an album and really dig into it. People aren't doing it because it's time consuming, it's costly, and nobody wants costly, even a website. Don't pay much anyways. But I like that idea that he said that there's really no editorial for it, because it's sort of all these independent independent musicians, writers, all floating out there, and there is no real structure to it. And that's really one of the only positive things that the behemoth of the music industry kind of did, simply by matter of control, is it gave you places to go and look for musical information. And I know a lot of students, and I do it too. If I want to read reviews, I start looking around for them, and you can find, people writing about a certain album on their blogs. There's so many sources to find it. But who do you trust? You start to read somebody's, not even review, assessment, let's call it, of a new album that came out, and then you realize, oh, well, this is just a fan. Fans are good sources of information. They're not the best assessors of music. So people like myself, I find myself going back to sort of the dinosaurs, because I know at least most of those reviewers, or a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them know how to do this. At least I'll get that.